Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and today we're going to look at Rhino and take a crash course on him. We recently got the Superior 6 kits as well as the reworks to the Sinister 6. It's going to be a while for the Superior 6 characters to trickle in, but in the meantime, we have a lot of reworked characters on our roster that we can start building in preparation. So today we're going to look at abilities, T4 upgrades, ISO class for Rhino. Um, so let's start. Let's look at his passive. This is one of the longer ones. Instead of scrolling, I think I'm just going to show it here, so it's all in one view. His passive, Rhino Hide. On spawn, he's going to apply defense up and counter to self and all Sinister 6 allies. He's going to gain 5% damage per hero enemy and 25% max health per Sinister 6 ally. So on the full team, he doubles. If you have an Ox Summon or uh, Mysterio mirror images, that's going to be even more because it does not specify. Um, or actually, max health is calculated on spawn, so scratch that. Uh, yeah, on the full team. He's gonna double his health. On blind, he's gonna fill speed bar by 100% and clear one negative effect from self and each ally. That's always been his like signature ability, the countering the Magneto, uh, and it's actually pretty cool. All right, let's look at his T4. So he's gonna gain on blind. He's gonna go from 75% to 100% speed bar, and then he's gonna gain 10% max health per Sinister Six, or so it's gonna go from 15 to 25. I think this is a very good, I would say, essential upgrade for Rhino. That said, Rhino's not one of the um, main members of the Sinister Six faction, I would say. He'll almost always end up on a B or a C team when you're splitting the team. So, like, if you're building Rhino, this is a great upgrade. Go for it. Alright, let's look at his ultimate, which is his turn 1 ability, Stampede. He's going to attack primary and adjacent for 380% damage. He's going to apply taunt to the primary, and if he has two superior allies, he's going to gain 75% speed bar. So this is great because he can go apply taunt and then basically take another turn. The T4 upgrade goes from 320 to 380% damage. It's not a functionality change, so I would say this is a good value upgrade, but nothing essential. All right, let's look at his special. He's gonna gain taunt, clear one debuff from self and adjacent allies, and then he's gonna attack primary and all adjacent for 350. This is unblockable. The T4 goes from 290 to 350% damage. Again, it's nice damage, but it's not essential at all. His basic attack primary for 290 and apply defense down, and he's gonna his T4 goes from 240 to 290. On a single target, this is an okay upgrade at best. I would definitely say this is skippable. ISO class wise, I'm back and forth on him. I think Raider is a good choice. He goes very early, especially if he has Shocker, and then he takes essentially two back-to-back turns. He hits Conal, uh, so Raider's a good thing to apply vulnerables early on. I can also see him as a fortifier because he takes those turns as in quick succession. He's gonna stack that barrier, so it's gonna be hard to chew through him. And then as a fortifier, as a taunter, uh, that's good. Uh, Also, one thing to note: he applies defense up on spawn, but when he taunts, he does not have defense up. So getting that minor defense up from fortifier is going to be very beneficial to him. And then if you're crazy and you go all the way to blue 5 for Rhino, uh, that drain will be nice for him, especially compounded with the 50% drain from Vulture. That would take him up to 90% drain. All right, so that's the ISO. In terms of building, as I said, he's a lesser value character in the faction. He rarely is going to make it onto the A squad. Maybe there are some cases where you're going into like a comp with like a big comp with a Magneto or a Taskmaster that's going to blind you. Uh, just to counter that early on, he might fill that fifth spot, but I don't think it's going to be very frequent. I think he's just not the highest value character. He's he's the lowest value character in the faction. So anyway, uh, I would say gear 16, if that. Um, you might want to just hold on to your bio gear. Uh, what he does on his passive, he's gonna do at gear 15 as well. Uh, the, when you're building him, you're just increasing his damage a little bit and making him a little more resilient to tank. But you're not going to be asking that of him very often, at least as an early impression. So gear 15, 16, depending on how comfortable you are with it, I would not recommend taking him to Dark Dimension 6 at all. There are far higher value bio characters, especially considering he takes, I think, four, maybe five sets of minis. I think four. So, yeah, there's that. All right, in short, his passive is a very high value upgrade, maybe even essential for him. And then all of his special and ultimate are high value upgrades because they up his damage a lot. His basic I would consider skippable. His ISO class I'm gonna say Raider, and then gear wise 15 to 16 is a good spot to pause, and then down the line maybe we'll upgrade him further as we see more uses for him. All right, thank you for taking this crash course on Rhino with me. I hope to see you in the next one.